Welcome back to The Director's Garage. I am your host and resident idiot, Michael, and today's episode, well, folks, it's special. We're going to go on a sonic journey with the help of some ridiculously expensive purchases paid for by the Bank of Directors Garage. It's taken me months of looking for deals, some patience, a few sales, and some near misses. It's me. I've been putting together this episode for months, and I can't think of a better time to present it. We're going for broke, literally, today, to mark a very special milestone. Welcome to episode 50. It's absurd to even say it. I wanted to do an episode that was special for episode 50, something that celebrates the stupidity that is the Director's Garage channel in the most absurd way I could dream up. So, you see, I have these lists of products. I talked about this like 100 years ago, back when we started. IEMs like the Audio, Monarch, and Clairvoyance, these are things that you've requested, things that I've seen and go, I really want to hear that, and I want to know what it sounds like. And then there's other stuff that I'm really curious about, like the new Sennheiser drop creation. You know, stuff it's painful to purchase, but it's at least accessible. But then there's this other list. This is like moonshot level products, you know, like the M scaler up here, which, you know, I know that disappointed you guys, that video disappointed you guys, but I can assure you that the product has been just sensational. I mean, it sounds gorgeous. Well, today, in honor of our golden anniversary, we were working some gold lights back there. I hope they're gold by the time they get through YouTube. We're going to do a golden unboxing that will deliver an item right off of this short list of dream products to hopefully deliver an unrivaled experience. All right, enough of the hyperbole. It's time to light this candle. This package came with all kinds of fragile, handle with care stuff all over it. I kind of feel like we're opening some kind of bomb or something. Maybe I ought to be careful. Do you think I need Kevlar? All right, this is a special episode. I'm not doing a quote today. I know you guys like the quotes, but you know, sometimes you just gotta, this is a special, I want this to have reverence. Like I've ever had reverence on this show since episode 1. But we're gonna try to have reverence today, damn it.
It's a miracle.
Well, let's go for it. Here comes layer 1. You ready? Wow! And bubble wrap. Okay, are you ready? Yes. It is, folks, the STAX SR-009S. Yes, the STAX SR-009S. The STAX 009S is the ear speaker I have been dying to get in the Director's Garage since I had these. The Shure KSE 1500 electrostatic IEM. I was so taken by the sound of the electrostatic IEM, and it furthered my curiosity about what an Uber over-ear electrostatic headphone could do. And now I've heard the STAX before, but it was audio shows, and you know what it's like in those rooms at those audio shows. They're usually tremendously loud. You're always pressured to give up your listening station so that somebody else can get there's a guy over your shoulder, and it's like, tapping his foot going, come on. Well, here it is, folks, in the flesh, or in the metal, or whatever the hell's in this box. Let's take a look. So let's see what happens. We open it up and we get a wooden box. Let's go deeper. We got ourselves a wooden box that's really nice. And then I got a little owner's manual that kind of came out with it. Do we need the owner's manual at this time? I don't think so. We're going to go deeper. You ready? You ready? Wah! Boom. One more layer and wah! Okay. We kind of got something here, but boy, they really bury these things in the foam. Let's pull this out and try to get down to the prize here. Okay, and wow, they really are bagged up well. This would be the cable. Let's pull it out. It's going to be one of these ribbony cables, as STAX is known to do. Look at that. That's a serious mother right there. Oh, it's already connected to the ear speaker. Okay, here we go. They're called ear speakers for some reason. You know, like it's a headphone, but they call them ear speakers. Who knew? And here they are. And here they are. Take a look at this. See the gold? Look at this. Look at this. Look how beautiful these are. Look at... I mean, there's a wire mesh. You see this gold-plated thing? All right, I'm going to be honest with you. I have been dropping hints about this episode all over the place. For instance, I ended the last episode headline section with this. How will it stack up? Now, a few of you got it, but even more obvious is this logo for this episode itself. You see the 0 in the 50? Does it kind of look familiar? I do love me an Easter egg. I do that all over these episodes. I just wonder if anybody catches them. Anyway, so thanks for stopping by today. You see, we need a special amp. It's called an Energizer to power an electrostatic headphone, and my Woo just can't do that. But, oh, wait a minute. That's right. I thought of something. Hang on. I'm not kidding. This is heavy. What do you think of this? What do you think might be in this thing? Any guesses? Well, I'm going to give you a hint. It's obviously some kind of amp of some sort. There are several options out there, but there's only one way to find out. I did mention this episode's big, didn't I?
Have mercy.
Seriously, this thing weighs like 50 pounds. This box is so big, I can't even show you the entire box. I'm through the most taped up box I can possibly ever have dreamed up. This is stunning, the amount of tape on this box. Okay, so you ready to go down a level? It's gonna hit the mic again, but here. Oh, well. I gotta move the camera. Oh, we got some major foam. And, okay, well, we've got some tubes here. So you know what? It's a tube electrostatic amplifier. All right, I'm gonna carefully remove the tubes now. One does not want to drop or damage tubes. They're very expensive. And then you've got like a cloth and some paper stuff. I know I'm teasing a little bit here. Got ourselves a major power coupling. And we're gonna go down a level now. Let's go down one more level and... Oh, you can see it. You can kind of see it right here. Folks, we got ourselves a Blue Hawaii and not the Elvis album. This is the Blue Hawaii Electrostat Energizer. That thing below it is a power supply. Negotiating all this stuff with a microphone and all this, and this thing is where the weight is. That other thing doesn't weigh nothing. This is where the weight is. These are all heat sinks. Hang on. So this is a beautiful blue anodized aluminum faceplate on the Blue Hawaii. And we'll get to some B-roll in a minute, but let's just get it out and get it on the stand. And I'm sorry I can't go top down. I'm really out of desk space at this point. I'm managing to get this thing untaped without damaging the bag because I try to keep all this packing material. I don't know if I'm going to keep this thing. It may not be my thing, but I want to keep the packing for the next person, you know, so they can have the same experience unboxing as we're having here now. Oh, wow. Look at these. These are fins. These are heat sinks. Look at that. We're doing major unboxing. But you know, it's episode 50. How could we not do something extraordinary, right? Everybody's doing an ordinary headphone show. Let's do an extraordinary headphone show. And here it is. Look at this. My baby blue. This is amazing. Look at this thing. Okay. We've got ourselves on the front. We've got two headphone jacks. You got power indicator, and an input select, RCA1, XLR, RCA2. Very good. We're going to move these tubes a little out of the way because, you know, damage. Okay, so on the back of this unit, we've got inputs for RCA, and then you've got XLR in and out. And then you've got a loop output if you wanted to send the signal out to something else after this. I can't imagine what you would do. I'm going to move the power supply over to the other side because it's, let's face it, the power supply is kind of the boring part. This part here, this is the rock and roll part. This is the part we really want to see, right?
Nice.
So let's move this here. And now we're going to carefully install some tubes. I keep these microfiber claws handy for tube installation. They tend to do a good job and kind of treat the tubes well. Looks very nice. You got to watch the pins when you're installing tubes. You got to watch the pins and make sure they're all lined up. And then you want to push in from the base, not the glass. Now, I've read in the Blue Hawaii that there's two schools of thought on the tubes. One school of thought says this amp is so good the tubes make a very minimal difference in the sound quality. And then I've heard other people say that the tubes are everything in this amp and that you should invest in the best tubes you can get your hands on. And we have achieved 4 tubes. This is pretty dreamy business going on here. When you start talking about this and this, you know, the blue and the gold. The STAX 009S and the Blue Hawaii Special Edition is one of those combinations you're going to have to search long and hard to top. And today we're going to give this combo a listen and find out if any of this hype is legit. But I'm going to have to do some more wiring to get everything hooked up. And let's see, do I have a... Well, I don't have a magic wand, but let's see if this Space Needle pen will do the job. And let's just wave it around and see if we can do the abracadabra. Nope, that's a classic, but it didn't work. Let's try one more. Audio Torum. No, that's Harry Potter. It didn't work. Let's see if you... I got it. This is the Director's Garage. We got to do something really cheesy and old school. Ready for this one? This will get it done. A la peanut butter sandwiches. Did you get that one? Did you get it? Comment below. Tell me where it came from. Okay, we're having fun here. It's episode 50, right? Okay, so I've rewired everything, and you've got power onto the Blue Hawaii now. You can see by this little LED indicator. I've got the power up on everything, and I've got, what I'm doing is I'm running Rune into the Chord M scaler, into the Hugo TT2, down into balanced into the Blue Hawaii on the desktop here, which is very full, and I'm sorry I can't show you more of it. We'll do it all in the B-roll, as of course. So I'm going to put the headphones on now. My first, I got to say something about the construction here. Plastic, like thin, cheap grade plastic, and on a headphone that is $4,000, this is seriously not up to grade. The pad is not a special material. It feels kind of neoprene and flimsy. It is attached to this catch right here that is a flimsy slider that looks like it could break quite easily. I am not impressed with the build quality. Once you get to the cups, things get a whole lot prettier. You've got this gorgeous gold surrounded by a wire mesh, and the same on the inside. This is a wire mesh inside here, and a pleathery, cheap-feeling ear cup. So my thought is I'd want to replace the ear cups on these, the pads on these right away. I'm not thrilled with the feel of them. And putting them on, yeah, they feel kind of sticky and hot. It's hot in here right now. And I get some driver flex with the seal here, which is kind of interesting. It's an interesting effect. But let's get this. Let's get the sound demo now started. I'm going to go to "Ghost in the Machine" by The Police, and we're going to listen to "Spirits in the Material World." Give it some juice. Okay. Initially, what I can tell you is I'm really surprised. Not a lot of juice, not a lot of volume coming out of this, and I'm only at 75%. Like, that's full blast, and it's loud, but it's not killing me. I'm surprised at the lack of power in this Blue Hawaii amp. That said, the clarity on these is insane. I mean, insane. Detailed bass, not a deep driving bass. Good bass, though. Better bass than I remember on the initial STAX headphone that I had listened to years ago. Supremely fast headphone. I mean, everything is... There's so much detail here. And I really feel like the M scaler is doing its thing. There's a whole layer of clarity added when I put the M scaler in. But anyway, not that these headphones need clarity at all. They're amazing. I'm going to test the bass out. I'm going to go to my bass track. Boy, there's a level of speed here. Unbelievably fast. It's a little bit of a bright experience, I gotta say. I gotta say, though, not the kind of slam that I'm used to, even in an IEM. Like, there's a thing where it kills the back of your head anytime the bass drum hits on this song. This is "Dreaming Blue" by Los Lobos Kiko, and I get a slight sense of that, but it's not like crazy, amazing, dominant on this. We're going to listen to two other tracks off this song before I go away. This is that "Train Don't Stop" here. It's a boogie number. Love Los Lobos. Oh man. So they just did some stuff with the toms left and right. This is like the last name in imaging. That was crazy. All right, I'm gonna go to another track. That was much better. That was actually better, the best thing I'd heard yet. Now here comes "Hotel California" by the Eagles. All right, the bass is better on this song. I was a little worried after hearing that Los Lobos, because that track usually wows me when it's got great bass, and it didn't. This one's got solid bass, and the Blue Hawaii and the STAX are delivering. They talk about the leading edge, like of the waveform, and the way it crushes into the headphone, like the headphone responds when it gets it, and it's so fast. It gives you this sharpness, like a really good pair of... Oh, Lord. Ooh. It's a headphone that loves to be loud, too. I'm going to move on to some Doors and my hometown song here. It's a DSD version. 96K. LA Woman. But at 50%, it's quiet. It's downright quiet at 50%. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go up to Riders in the Storm, which has got that tremendous bass line, and then you've got the Fender Rhodes sound over that, which is gorgeous. Starts off with a thunderstorm. Yeah, beautiful drums on this. Let me go to Rush. It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. All right, we're going to go to some Grateful Dead here. I want to start wrapping this up and getting me towards... Oh. This is Ripple. I liked Hotel California. This one really... This is a beautiful song. All right, this is an unbeatable combination. You've got two acoustic guitars on either side, and Jerry's voice, which is nasally, but it's got good bass. And now the harmonies are coming in. This is amazing. This is an experience. Now the mandolins, they're picking. Hear every single pick, just sharp. I don't know that I've ever heard anything this fast before. All right, I'm going to pause here because I have to end this episode at some point. One thing I will say, this room is getting exceptionally hot. It's a hot 50th episode. So what I would say is when it gets hot, this is a sweaty material, and these ear cups are a sweaty material. So we're heating this room up real good right about now, and I feel it. So we'll do it. We're going to do a full-blown sound check of this rig because I just cost too much money. It was quite a demo, though, right? And what'd you think coming in? I mean, I'd love to hear what your thoughts were, what we were maybe going to see today. Now, I'm going to explain a couple of things about this rig. Now, it's used, and I pieced this together from pieces of used gear. As I found something at a great price, I filled that little component in. The headphones here were purchased at a different time from a different person, and then the amp was bought, and I almost bought a brand new Blue Hawaii because I could not source a used one. I could not source one of these on the used market, and I was prepared to buy a new one. And I had this other project I was working on too that I really wanted to have saved some money for. And I thought, gee, if I buy the new Blue Hawaii, if I buy the Blue Hawaii amp new, and I wanted champagne, I wanted these to be in champagne to match the cups, the gold cups on the inside of the SR-009S. But I had to take blue because I bought used. Yeah, compromises were made in order to put this together for the 50th. I'm not sorry. It's a striking combination. Looks gorgeous. The sound is really good out of the gate. It's exceptionally fast, beautifully detailed, beautiful imaging. My biggest problem I have is the ergonomics, folks. If you could touch this is like a child's toy grade of plastic here, and the grade on this material for the price of these headphones is just, I mean, honestly, I would say it's not acceptable. It's embarrassingly cheap. So there's that. But we'll do a shootout, and I'll talk about all these things in the coming weeks. The STAX will be back, I promise. We have to parlay this expense into a bunch of future episodes just to justify this purchase. Off the bat, though, not so sure I will keep this forever. Not so sure. And some people would say that's a dream up. I'll explain that more. That'll make sense later on. So I hope you enjoyed this very special episode number 50. Now, if you haven't, and about 70% of you watching right now haven't, consider throwing a subscribe my way. I'm operating this channel at a considerable loss. Never more so than at this very moment here. But I'm doing it in hopes that it'll maybe one day come back my way, at least just a little. I'm trying to redefine what a headphone show can be, from its look to its feel to its focus on music and fun, and its avoidance of those graphs that I find insanely boring. And then offering giveaways and discounts whenever I can. Description below for how to save 5% on this channel and at the same time throw it a little love by shopping at Audio 46, a Director's Garage supporter, and I have another Audio 46 product sitting right over here in the wings. It's in the pile of boxes that gets ever bigger. We'll be doing that sound check of the Campfire Audio Andromeda in the next couple of episodes. Audio 46 is such a great supporter of the channel, and for my 50th, I can't help but give a shout out to Tony and Nat over there. Now, next up, we have the sound check and shootout of Linsoul's The Audio Legacy 4. They really impressed me in the first impressions, but there are those dip switches in the back that tune the IEM that we have yet to tap, and if anybody knows about being a dip switch, it's this dip switch. I couldn't, but are they a Moondrop Starfield killer, though? Because they sounded really good. We're going to find that out in the next episode. And thank you so much to Lillian Dang over at Linsoul, as long as we're celebrating our wonderful supporters. She was the first on board to step up and say, hey, I'm going to send you some gear to get you going. I really appreciated that. Now, iFi, our latest partner, thanks to Lawrence over there, iFi is so spectacular with their technology. I can't wait to see what gear, what tech they send next through the Director's Garage. And then we have a new reveal to do. It's that headphone that I teased in the last episode, as if the STAX S-009S isn't enough. It's a headphone that I'm calling the very best pairing with my Wu WA5LE that I've ever heard, with its Western Electric tubes. It may be the best open back headphone I've ever heard. Think about that. I'm not kidding. I couldn't pass up on this offer, and it was very much tied to the deal I did to get this Blue Hawaii and STAX combo in here. But they'll go head to head with the Utopia and the STAX here, and definitely the Meze Empyrean, and I think it's possible they've got an edge on all of these headphones. It's that good. I can't wait to share that experience with you. I've been listening to that headphone a lot. Now, finally, I'm going to give a special thanks to you guys. Without you, I wouldn't be doing any of this. And I mean any of, let's do it right, any of this. I'd probably be sleeping a lot more, though. Maybe playing some World of Tanks. I don't know. But it's my pledge to you. I'm going to continue pushing the limits on sound, on electronics, and the experience that we have with our gear. But I'm also going to be pushing the limits on what a headphone show can be. And I hope you all continue to come along for the ride. And it's on to the next 50. I will see you in the next one. And I will be back before you know it.